We have an amazing Wonderkid for you today. He's so good that we're going to call him the £1 million Pele. He's going to cost you guessed it, around £1 million. He's Brazilian, and in your save, he has the potential to be one of the world's best ever players. In this video, we'll show you him at max potential and minimum potential and show you just how you can develop him from being this promising youngster into that world-class talent. So make sure you stick with us, and if you do enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe, and more importantly, comment down below which Wonderkid you want to see next in the series. With that being said, we're here with Real Madrid in Football Manager, and we're going to need to head to Brazil to find him. And we're going to Palmeiras, who already have some great Wonderkids. Endrick being signed by Real Madrid for lots of money. Luis Guilherme looks super promising as well. And in their squad is this guy, Estevao, who for sure is going to be on the radar of all the big clubs in world football soon. So enjoy using him whilst you can. Now, there's some things I need to point out about him and also some positives we need to talk about as well. Firstly, we've reloaded this save until we've got a version of him that we believe has the best potential possible. We've moved him to Real Madrid a few times to check how good he can be. And we think this here is where he's at his best. He is the £1 million man, as you can see, but depending on where his potential falls in his potential range will depend on how much Palmeiras are going to ask from you, but either way, he's certainly worth the investment. He can have a potential range of 160 to 190, so even in that worst case, if you develop him to that potential, he is still going to be world class, and on the higher end of it, he will be one of the best players in your save, if not the best player really. He's 16 in Palmeiras' under 20 squad, and he should be in your save no matter what, because we only have the Spanish divisions loaded here, database size set to large, about 13,000 people in our save out of the 400,000 possible in FM, so he should be in most of your saves. Great ability right from the off. He's a number 10 with 13 dribbling, 12 finishing, 13 first touch, passing ability as well, nice pace, acceleration. The only major issue with him is some of these attributes can be randomized, and we got stuck with only 4 determination here, which is going to affect how quickly he develops in this video, but even with that being said, he's still going to get some great results. So let's bring him over to our Real Madrid team and we'll show you exactly what to do to set him up for success. We're going to be running a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress preset tactic where I've adjusted some of the roles, but Estevao is playing as a shadow striker with no additional instructions. Now, he has played a few games this season already and is injured, but this is how we have set him up. He's listed as having only 4-star potential here, but don't listen to that. Plot twist for later in this video, he far exceeds any expectations that the game has of him here. We've brought him over to this Real Madrid team. We're playing him as often as possible, but most importantly, one, he's being mentored because, of course, that determination is so low at a rating of 4. Doesn't mean he's still not usable, but he will need some mentoring to get that determination up. Again, he might not be like this in your save. His determination can fluctuate, so don't be put off by that. Still go and check him out because for the price, he is exceptional. Obviously, nothing's really changed in his development just yet, but we are focusing him on playing that shadow striker role, and whilst we aren't using an additional focus, and again, his attributes are going to be different for you, so your additional focus might be different, I think here the best thing to do for him will be to focus in on that final third ability, so he makes the right decisions when it comes to shooting and passing to create more goals and score more goals for his team. With that being said though, Estevao is ready to go, so let's simulate a few years into the future to see how he's getting on. The year is now 2026, we've played a few years of football here with Real Madrid, doing pretty well might I add, and Estevao we've asked to play as often as possible by the assistant, and he is starting to develop into the player we knew he could. He's still by no means amazing yet, but he's 19 at this point. His potential is considered much higher than it was before, and his physical attributes have really started to develop as well, with 15 acceleration, 12 pace, agility, and stamina. Technically, he's also began to develop with some great decision making. His vision is really high at 16 too, and then technically he's got 14 passing, 12 technique, great first touch, finishing, and dribbling ability, everything you would want from a shadow striker, but this is by no means him at that 160 minimum potential. He's still got a while to go to get there yet, so don't worry, even worst case scenario, he is going to look far better than this. So clearly, even if you had to pay 15 million for him, he'd still be worth that initial investment. In terms of his performances, obviously we're forcing him into the limelight when he isn't really ready for it yet, but in his first year, he got 10 goals and 9 assists, wasn't registered in the season after that, but then this season got 12 goals and 7 assists, having been registered for the team. Realistically, you'd train him for a bit, loan him out before forcing him to a team like Real Madrid, but he is doing really well. This is nothing compared to how he's going to look later down the line. So let's see how he looks after a bit more development. Before we see Estevao at full growth though, I'd like to let you guys know I do have my own channel linked in the description down below. If you want to check it out, I'd massively appreciate it. We do some rebuilds over there, as well as some YouTube shorts about Wonderkids you might not have heard of. So if you know Estevao, then make sure you come over to our channel, because there's going to be a lot more unheard of Wonderkids over there. 5 or so Wonderkids in every single short coming very soon. So thank you to anyone who checks it out, but let's get back to the video. And we're now 10 years on in 2033. I actually haven't got a save here to show you him in that in-between stage of being a half good player. He has gone from being a promising talent, and then 10 years later, at the age of 26, he is one of the best talents in world football, considered world class here at Real Madrid. And this is just a glimpse of the kind of player you could see at full development. 17 acceleration, 16 agility, great pace and strength, as well as stamina. The exceptional attribute of them all is 20 vision, alongside some great off the ball work at 19. He's a leader who makes amazing decisions, is concentrated, and he also has anticipation of the highest level. So physically and mentally, he's got everything down to a T. His determination is now at a 10, but technically is where he continues to shine, with great passing ability at 17, great technique, first touch, finishing and dribbling. Of course, he's such a young player that really, if you wanted to mould him to a different position on the wing or up front, if you wanted to train certain areas of his game that we haven't here, you could definitely do that. And he's now a £100 million man with 5 goals and 14 appearances for the Brazil national team. And for the Real Madrid side, he's continued to put in great performances, getting 20 plus goal contributions a season in his recent years, and 7.42 average match rating, with 15 goals and 12 assists in only 37 league games. This year in FM, it's much harder, it seems, when we simulate ahead to get amazing results, but Estevao is still managing to do that, playing really well for us. But we're going to see him a little bit later down the line as an even more complete player. So here we are in 2037, he's currently vice-captain next to Jude Bellingham, one's 34 and Estevao is 30. The fact that he's 4 years younger than Bellingham, it shows you just how young and promising Estevao is as a talent. 19 goals in 51 appearances, great attributes across the board, and his performances in-game have continued to get better to an exceptional level now, where in his most recent season he got 19 goals and 18 assists in 37 appearances, which I believe is a goal contribution every single game on average. No Ballon d'Ors for Estevao. Lamine Yamal was the man that took all of those awards, but we know for sure that he is a world-class talent, and without using the editor, I can't tell if he even has fully reached that 190 potential. I think he's going to be pretty close to it here, but you could get an even better version of him in your save. What a talent, what a star. For the investment that you have to put into him, he's almost a guaranteed must-have signing, so make sure you check him out in your save. Let us know down below who you want to see next, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.